Can you say that? Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire sauce.
Good
Very
job.
good. Whoops.
My stinky.
You got your stinky feet. Hey guys, welcome back to another week of What's for Dinner. If you're new here, I post these videos every Sunday to share some meal ideas with you and to hopefully give you a little inspiration for the coming week. All of our meals are always budget-friendly and delicious, so if you're looking for some dinner ideas, I would love if you'd consider subscribing down below and turning on your notifications so you don't miss out on any future dinner ideas. For meal number one, we made General Tso air fryer wings. We just seasoned our wings with some salt and pepper, and then we coated them with a little bit of baking powder. This just helps get the skin extra crispy. Then we cook these in the air fryer at 400 degrees for 20 to 30 minutes until the internal temperature is 165. We just used this bottle of General Tso sauce, but we're going to doctor it up a little bit to make it extra delicious. We melted a tablespoon of butter in our pan, and we used about half of that bottle of sauce, and to that we added 1/4 cup of honey. We just heated this in our pan over medium heat until it got thicker and sticky and delicious. We're just going to have a side salad with some homemade ranch. I have that recipe down below. Some peppers and olives, croutons and bacon bits, some mozzarella and provolone cheese, and some sweet tomatoes. These wings turned out so good with that crispy skin and that sweet and spicy sauce, and they were perfect with the salad. For meal number two, we had one of my favorite comfort foods, Salisbury steak with mashed potatoes and veggies. Tucker has been all about being in the kitchen lately. He told us he wants to be a chef when he grows up, and anything he can help with, he does.
What else do I need? What's this?
Honey.
No, it's mustard.
Mustard.
It's coarse mustard.
Coarse mustard.
What's this?
I do. It's chicken stuff.
chicken sauce.
Worcestershire sauce. Can you say that? Worcestershire sauce?
Worcestershire sauce.
Good
Very
job.
good. What's this?
I just take it.
Smell it. Maybe you'll know what it is.
Yeah. It's corn.
It's what?
It's corn.
Corn.
Yeah.
Smells like corn to you? What is
So I'm going to have this recipe down in the description box below. But to our pound of ground beef, we're just going to add some garlic, some coarse mustard, and some Worcestershire sauce, some seasoned salt, parsley, onion powder, and salt and pepper. Then we're going to add in half a cup of panko breadcrumbs and 1 egg. This was kind of a long clip of Tucker watching everything Adam was adding in, but I just loved the expressions on his face, so I had to leave it in there. And on the side, I'm just sauteing some onions in some butter with some salt and pepper. Helping?
Yeah.
Remember, don't touch the hot part, okay?
Daddy, I took it. Like a chef. You see?
We're just going to get our steaks into our pan with some butter and get them browned up on both sides before we make our gravy. So to that pan that still has some meat drippings in it, we added in a tablespoon of butter, some onion powder, 2 tablespoons of flour, and then we used some leftover au jus gravy we had from French dip sandwiches and added in some beef broth. Then we just let our steaks simmer in that gravy until they were cooked through. We just served these with some mashed potatoes and corn and peas and drizzled that gravy all over the top. Next up, we made a creamy curry chicken and rice soup. This recipe will also be down below, but we're just using some curry powder, seasoned salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. We'll also use a little bit of sugar and evaporated milk and some jasmine rice. We just cooked 1 cup of our rice according to the package directions. And in our pot, we have 3 sliced carrots and 2 chicken breasts. We just seasoned that with some salt and pepper, added in 1 bay leaf, and 4 cups of chicken broth. We just let this cook for about 20 minutes and then shredded up our chicken. We put our chicken back into the pot and then added in our rice. In a separate pan, we melted 2 tablespoons of butter, and we're going to add in some onion and garlic powder, some salt and pepper, some seasoned salt, a teaspoon of sugar, and a heaping tablespoon of curry powder. To that, we added half a cup of flour and stirred this around until the flour taste cooked off.
Don't fall, Bob.
I got my stinky feet.
You got your stinky feet.
Here. You need a sock. Put it in here.
Yeah.
Oh, it tastes good.
Then we added in our chicken broth, our evaporated milk, and some fresh mint. I just made some frozen dinner rolls, and when they were almost done, I brushed the tops with some melted butter and sprinkled on some sesame seeds. When When we served this up, we just squeezed on a little bit of lemon juice right before eating, and this soup turned out so delicious. We're gonna have to make this one again. And for the final meal of the week, we made some tortellini with meatballs in a tomato pesto sauce. I don't have the exact measurements for the seasoning in these meatballs, but we just seasoned a pound of ground beef with some salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, some basil, oregano, parsley, and seasoned salt. Then we added in some Worcestershire sauce, some mustard, 1 egg, and panko breadcrumbs. Adam also stuffed each meatball with a cube of cotija cheese. We just got these meatballs browning on all sides and got started on the sauce. This was super simple. We just took some regular tomato sauce and added in some jarred pesto. Once the meatballs were browned on all sides, we added in our sauce and let them simmer in there until they were fully cooked through. When the meatballs were cooked, we moved them to a separate plate, and to our sauce we added some veggie juice and some salt and pepper. Then we added in our bag of frozen cheese tortellini and just let these cook for 3 to 5 minutes until they were done. We just served this with a side salad, and this was a super simple meal that was so delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you haven't already, I would love for you to join our YouTube family. So hit that subscribe button down below and turn on notifications. I post What's for Dinner videos every Sunday.